Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you can click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Kicking off the morning, yellow on yellow. Yeah, Ford tried to make a queen bee yellow. What's up with that? Why? Riding queen bee, boy! Going up to help Andrew replace a fuel pump on his 850R. Andrew's already got his floor out. I use Harry to pull these nuts off. Set these aside so I don't lose them. Got some dirt over here. Need to sweep this dirt off. Get this up. Looks like it's probably the original pump. Use these hook nose pliers to get under there. Lines come off real easy. Don't rough up those lines and bust them up. Then call me like I got a pair of them. You need to go find some new lines now. You done busted up the lines that was on there. You did it. Use my fuel tool, 1/2-inch drive. Herco fuel pump from eBay. Man, you know, a lot of people make fuel pumps. I'm not real stuck on having a Volvo fuel pump, because it only takes half hour to replace. Less than a half hour you can replace a fuel pump. If it was something that took 3 hours to replace, like in an all-wheel drive vehicle, yeah, get you a Volvo pump. But these are supposed to have lifetime warranty. I don't even know how to get the box open. I guess it opens long ways. And lifetime warranty. If you're not tuned, use these. New pump, old pump. I'm surprised that's not a darker color. If it's a Volvo pump, I don't see where it says Volvo on here. If it's a Volvo pump, no, it don't look like it's a Volvo pump. I don't know. But newer pumps have this extra ground wire on it. So, comes with the gasket, ready to go. We're going to go ahead and drop this in. You know it's a newer pump when the top of it's white. I think that's the original pump. I don't know what it says. So this car pretty much got a full tank of gas. So if you're looking for a place to siphon some gas, this might be a good stop. Before I tighten this cap down, get out of here, mosquito. I put these fuel lines on, man, and you line them up before you tighten it down. They slide on that easy. Get out of here, mosquito. So now the fuel lines are on in place. This is at the right angle, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten this down, and we'll see if this car starts. Yeah, just like turn the key off and on a couple times. Yep, it's pumping.
What? Well, doing anything?
Yep, it's pumping. And it's not leaking.
Go ahead and turn it over?
Yeah, go ahead and fire it up. She's running, boys. Time to head back to the house. Man, oh man. I'm digging this Ohio scene, man. It keeps getting better. They got a deal better than my last deal. What's up with that? Bam. Got the temporary registration. Half the cost of the last stuff I did. Go for 45 days. Leave it anywhere I want. Hallelujah. So I go down to the B&V. The lady sees me pull up dragging the new wagon. And she goes, when you come in, I'll help you. I go in there and she tells me if I don't need to drive it right away, get a temp tag. Like 15 bucks or something. I can let it sit with the temp tag in the back window. 45 days, don't have to do a thing to it. Won't be ticketed, towed, or nothing. That's actually better than my last deal. Whew. So I got this car, got a temp tag on it, and park it over there off to the side and get back here within 45 days. Do what I need to do to get that thing running and moved on. The other day I got Lucille off the car dolly. It was late at night, I couldn't see what I was doing. Ended up parking the thing on the sidewalk. So I'm gonna pull it up a little bit and get it off of this sidewalk, park it, and then I'm gonna get that car off the dolly and park it in front of it and try to hurry up and do what I need to do to get these cars back on the road. I am all set for self-extraction. I got my tie-down rope on there. I got the wheel stops set for 2 feet on both sides. I got the winch hooked up to it, and I got a chain on the front. So this thing's only gonna come back so far before it stops. Not trying to risk it smashing into Queen B. So let's fire up Queen B. I just need it pulled over the hump, and then we could work on getting it the rest of the way off of this ramp and parked in front of Lucille. Came down, I wasn't sure if it was gonna stop because it started crushing those little wheel stops. Smashed that one to smithereens. Came down and stopped with the chain. So I'm gonna hook up the winch, pull it up just a little bit so I can unhook that chain under there, and then I'll have it free to park it the rest of the way. Volvo's brakes work, man. I like Volvo brakes when it comes to getting stuff to stop. A lot of car manufacturers, if the car's not running, the brakes don't work. Had one of our wonderful pollinating creatures stuck in my window right there. I fanned him out. He blew right back in, back up on the window. Fanned him out of the window again. Now he's in the car somewhere. Come on, man. I'm trying to let you live. So I got these 2 cars where they need to be. I believe I'm gonna put the temp tag on this and get ready to get this thing set up. And here's my temp tag. Falling into the colder months. Check my tire pressure. This one's at 27. That one's at 30. That one's at 27. This one's at 25. So I need to air up 3 tires before I keep running around here. Need to check the pressure when the seasons change. My little cheap Firestone air pump's about 10 psi off. I pump it up to 42. My tire pressure checks at 32. Got a drive-through recycling center. You pull in here, you unload your stuff onto the scale, you show your ID, you give them your license plate number, they spit you out a ticket like this. You take the ticket to the cashier over here. So I'm gonna go take this to the cashier. Customer window safety zone. So let me go ahead and pull into this parking spot right here. And then she's gonna give me a ticket to take to, I think the lady said, a ATM machine. Placed at this window, gave me another ticket, told me to go over to the ATM cash machine. So I'm gonna try to figure out where that is. I guess I'm going the right way. Let's see. River Metal Recycling, Cincinnati, Ohio, just a couple miles from my house. And there it is, folks. Cash machine. I put my ticket in front of that. It's supposed to kick out my cash. So let's see what happens. Yep, it worked. Irony aluminum wheel. $8. I went up there. I pushed the button. I seen a red light turn green. I put the barcode up to it. It spit out $8. Good to go. Here we go, folks. I got them to drop these cars for me. Man, this looks really unsafe, but actually I did some pull-ups on the back and it did not fall down. Made this hitch super accessible. If somebody needs a hitch, I'll pull it, let me know. That rear hatch is pretty accessible, but all this rear suspension stuff is very accessible. I don't know if it'll come down or not. You know, Byron's car has that bushing back here torn up, and man, that one looks pretty good, but I don't know if it's worth trying to pull all this stuff to get at that thing. That looks tough. That little piece of rubber there looks new. Anyway, that sensor, left sensor, looks good. I think I cut the wire on it though on the inside. I gotta crawl in there and look. And of course this exhaust here with the duals on it, I could probably bust that loose and get that out of there for somebody. Have the dual tip exhaust. Yeah boy, you'd have to put a hole in that muffler or put the other muffler on it. I guess this comes with a dual tip muffler, but you could put that pipe on the other side somehow, hang it. Anyway, let me get what I come out here for, which is this fuel pump. Trying to debate as to whether I'm going to cut a hole in the floor, take it that way, or try to drop this tank down a little bit. It's a crapshoot, but probably cutting the floor will be easier. Well, heck, this thing doesn't look in bad shape. That looks in good shape. That's a good piece. I did cut the wires from that fuel pump, but I do remember this fuel pump was holding good pressure, but I don't see no date on this Volvo pump. But I'm going to take it anyway. I don't think the car had that many miles on it. I want to say 115 or something. It's an old pump, but it may not be original. I don't know. It's got one of these ground things on it. Ouch. Maybe a newer pump. Let me go ahead and cut a hole in this floor, see if I can get this thing out of here. Freaking Harry's a beast. It had the torque to pull the center shaft bolts out, no problem. Starting to rain. Let me get my tools out of the rain here. It's not good. I must say, I never had a suspension come down this far for me before. Man, I just got a couple bolts on the other side. This thing will be totally out. Maybe this is when I've seen the fuel pressure when I released that. I think this might be a fuel pressure regulator. This is a lot of stuff back here. Before I would swap this over on Byron's car, I would put that front wheel drive suspension in there. Maybe that's what I'll do and get a front wheel drive tank. In the meantime, I need to figure out how to get these dang on lines loose. They got the releases down in there, and I didn't bring a tool that can get under there and lift those up. So I'm gonna have to bend a screwdriver or something to activate the release tool, get that up and out of there, so I get these lines off. Hate to cut them off. I don't want to damage the lines and then need them later. My little bent screwdriver. Man, I got those lines off and oh, one of them broke. I thought that released, but it must didn't release quite right, and I pried it up and off. But anyway, I got both lines off within 10 minutes. Let me unscrew this cap, pull this pump out of here. Got the fuel tank out. I hate to see the mess they'll make putting this car back, but that ain't my problem. Now the car quit running the fan after I hooked those mass airflow sensor wires up. That may have been the problem. But I was thinking about getting this temp sensor here. So maybe I'll go ahead and pull that temp sensor and take it with me, just in case Byron needs one. So I ain't got to come back. Let me rip that out of there. Then move on to this 850. I'm thinking about getting the rear door here and the dash pad if it's any good. XC70 with what looks like one of those glass headlights. I don't know if that's the same type that's on the R. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.